Hello? Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Hello? Ha ha! Ha ha! That's very strange. Alright, one second. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Where am I? What am I doing? Video games, video games. Okay. Hi. I have no idea what is going on. I'm absolutely not sure. That was very strange. Hello, everybody. So I ended up like unplugging the little machine that. Oh wait, you know what? One second. Okay, we're good. We're good. Hello. I used a little unplugged little machine that caused my microphone to attach to the computer, and then plugged it back in, and it's working fine again. So I have genuinely no idea what happened there. I am confused, and it is strange, but at least it's working. That's pretty great, isn't it? Welcome everybody. I was not prepared for this kind of preparation, but everything's working now. That's good. Hello, Gelizar. How's it going? Cortraption. Welcome, welcome. Spracknell. Good to see you. Fairnanthus, thank you very much indeed for the returning, resubscribing subscription. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Hope you had a good weekend. Pepper, what's up? Hello, Alan. Hello, Hydra. Hello, Heights. Welcome, Game Urchin, and Silent, and Burrito, and Fireglow, and Dang Newbie. It's good to see you, Dang Newbie. Hope you had a very, very good weekend indeed. Welcome, Jim. Welcome, who else we got? Quick Ben. Hello, Quick Ben. Hello, Headnig. Hello, Actix. Those are a lot of names. Pajama Panda. Thank you for your continuing subscription also. Sure to appreciate that a whole bunch. You were looking forward to a sign language stream. I think I remember the sign language for I love you, but I don't want to make it right now in case I don't know it correctly and it's actually vulgar. So we're not going to be doing random signs here, though I could do the gang sign of my youth. There were two schools in my town growing up. One was on the east side, one was on the west side, and we had a east side pride and west side pride hand signal. And I think it probably was stolen from some like actual factual gang, and so I don't want to get capped, so we'll not be doing that one, I don't think. Anyway, it was the weekend for me. It's probably Sunday evening for you. I hope that your weekend has gone well so far. I hope that you are feeling relaxed and refreshed and ready for whatever is coming ahead. If not, hopefully spending some time together tonight can help you feel a little bit better for sure, for sure, for sure. What on earth happened this weekend? I had a whole script ready to go, and then that feeling when you push the microphone button and nothing happens is just not good. One thing to say, the new YouTube playthrough of Rimworld is underway, and I'm so excited for it. I've been working with a viewer who I selected randomly from a whole pile of viewers, working with a viewer to create a really interesting, I think compelling narrative for this particular playthrough. And it got launched last night. It's very good. The only problem is, with streaming, I just push the start streaming button once, and then as long as you people keep talking, I know that everything is great. Everything is functioning correctly. When it comes to recording my own videos, I have to remember to push the record button. So I did a good job last night of recording like the title and the introduction and the like, here's the setup of the playthrough. And then I paused the game and stopped the recording and went and had dinner. And that was fine. It was a very good dinner. I enjoyed myself. And then I came back down and just started playing the game again. Because that's what you do, because the stream is always on. And so I played for almost an hour before I finally noticed, oh, the little you are recording symbol is not active right now. Now, this is why when I do recorded playthroughs, not stream playthroughs, I play on reload anytime. Because it's such a sad thing, especially later in the playthrough, if people are really, really invested and they just lose a huge portion of the playthrough. So I reloaded to my last save, which goes at the very beginning of the playthrough, and today I will start again. But I gotta remember to check if the recording function's on before we actually do anything. It's fine though. I'm not going to save scum. It's just a matter of making sure that people can watch the adventure as it goes along. Hello, Slivers. How's it going today, my friend? Cyber Oracle, a pleasure. Hope you're doing well on this lovely Sunday. This weekend also had a really good time going to a tea ceremony and Zen meditation experience. It was a collaboration between my college, my university, and another university here in Tokyo. And I thought I was going to one thing and it ended up being something quite different. It was what they said it was, but it was also something quite different in a way I did not expect. So officially what it was is a student exchange event. That students from their university and our university would go together and talk and work on their respective language skills while also experiencing some of like the ancient Japanese traditions around tea and around meditation. And it was that. And that was really, very cool. It is awesome to see initially the two groups of students, one group primarily American and international students, the other group almost entirely ethnic Japanese who speak Japanese very well but not so good on the Eigo, stay in their respective clumps initially when they're first arriving, and then seeing just like the tiniest moments of hello between the two groups. And like very, very timid, very, very careful introductions. You know, what do you study? What do you like to do for fun? Oh, I love getting very drunk also. Hey, we're best friends now. Like the way in which it went from like really, really timid interactions to just young people being young people and interacting and having fun and exchanging their like Instagrams and their lines and this sort of thing was such a cool event. Now, that was what was intended, that's what happened, and that was cool. However, Noms was told that she'd be welcomed at the gate to the university by the person of her same rank, so the head of the faculty of this other university. And she was told that when she got there would be an exchanging of gifts. And so she had a bag of gifts to give their provost, and she'd receive a bag of gifts from their provost in order to like build the relationship between the two universities. This is all very, very standard in Japanese culture. Because she's an important person, they need to be greeted as an important person. Fine. So we show up this way, and the students go off to do student things. We meet the provost, we do the bow thing, we do the exchanging of gifts thing. We anticipate that is the end of that part of the day. But no, the provost assistant then stands forward and says, "Please, won't you join us for a business meeting?" And in that moment, Noms thinks to herself, I'm here to do Zen meditation, I'm here to drink some tea. But Noms and I get ushered inside to this gigantic business conference room table on which they've laid out all of these pamphlets and printed sheets. Oh, also, because it's like a traditional school, we have to take our shoes off and use their slippers. And as I've suggested before, my foot size is inappropriate for Japanese slippers, and so I have to like jam my foot into it, and then I like stumble over it. I'm big, I'm dumb looking, it is a problem. Anyway, so we get into this room, and they usher us to sit down, and the man says, in Japanese, we are interested in strengthening the relationship between our universities. We've prepared some ways in which we might do that. And they have like credit exchange programs. They have our students take classes at your university. Your students take classes at our university. They have let's exchange faculty. Let's hold like research symposia. Like again, Noms was told that she would be exchanging presents and then saying, have a nice day. She is not prepared in any way for this conversation. Also, she is not authorized to make these kind of judgments on her own, because though she's head of faculty, she is not head of the university. And so I proceed to watch her very, very deftly walk a line throughout this conversation in which she says things like, oh, that's very interesting. That's a very good idea. We'll have to see what works for our institution. And so it's over the course of about half an hour. There's this conversation going back and forth where the people on their side of the table really, really, really want a firm commitment. Like, want a clear statement that yes, their minds and our minds are in the same position, and our two universities should merge academically in some like really substantial way. And Nam's being just absolutely, I mean, the word I used initially was shanghaied. That's probably racist, not good. But being like absolutely thrown off guard and caught out of nowhere. And it was amazing to see. And I don't speak Japanese. So for the entirety of the meeting, I'm just sitting there looking at the table, nodding at points where Noms nods, shaking my head when Nom shakes her head, and I have basically no idea what's going on. Like, I repeatedly see him gesturing to sheets of paper. I see Nom making hesitation noises. It is a very, very, very strange moment. And only at the end of the meeting does the assistant say, "It was so nice to meet you," to me. And I know exactly how that one goes. I give the "so nice to meet you" back. And from my pronunciation, he says, in English, "You don't speak Japanese, do you?" And I say, "No, I don't." And he laughs. And that was fine. It was absolutely fine to have that conversation. But yeah, I just sat there like a big old dum-dum. Also, neither Noms nor I were like wearing full business clothes. She looked nice, but I was wearing just a button-up that was unbuttoned, no tie, no jacket. Like, if I'd known we were doing a business meeting, I would have been in very different clothing. It's like a movie, absolutely. I mean, I think this is one of those things people say, right? Even if you know a culture pretty well, as Noms does, when you move into that culture, you will occasionally find yourself in very, very unfamiliar and kind of disarming situations. So yeah, that was the high point of that day. We did get out early enough to join one of the groups in the tea ceremony and Zen meditation routine, so we did get to do that, and some like kind of fascinating things happened in it. Number one, before we had the actual tea ceremony where someone served us, we got to learn how to make tea in the traditional Japanese way, and it is so precise and exacting. And it's a combination of like using power of a certain kind, which I'll mention in a moment, and being very gentle at the same time. Now, as me, I have a very hard time running these together, because for me, like, power is not graceful, it is clumsy. And grace is like soft and unable to get anything done. I have a very hard time doing both at once. But the way it works is you like gently, gingerly scoop out exactly one full scoop of this green matcha powder, and then you take it to exactly the right place and dump it in one firm move. And that's fine, like I can spoon things. And then you take exactly a certain amount of water inside this traditional wooden cup. And again, you bring it right to the right spot and dump it in a very singular move, like right like that. Again, I can't really do this, but I try. And then comes the whisking. So instead of just using like a spoon to mix the two together, there's this traditional whisk made out of some kind of wood, I'm not sure what. But the aim is to produce not just mixed up tea, water and the green powder, but frothy tea. And I'm told that to make frothy tea, I'm gonna need to find a way to mix faster. Now again, it's inside this bowl, I have the thing, I start going in a circle, and that's fast enough. So I think to myself, if I go much faster, I'm gonna spill everything everywhere. And the tea guide looks at me and says, "Faster." And so I start going faster. And it's not frothing. I'm probably pushing down too hard, but this time I don't understand what's happening. Faster. So, okay. Go faster and faster. And she says, "Faster again." And I say, "Okay, here I go." And I continue, and it doesn't spill. It's a strange thing. I thought it would go disastrously. It goes well, though. It goes very, very nicely. And that's great. That's great. And so it got a little bit frothy, and then I drank it, and I was like, oh, that's some nice tea. Fine, no problem. Anyway, after that, we were handed sheets of paper. And the sheets of paper say, you are now going into a tea ceremony room. This is a room of significant ritual importance. It is essential that you follow a precise pattern to be respectful of the culture and the ceremony. Now, as before, I have said I am big and clumsy, but here we go. And so it lists things like, at the beginning of the ceremony, a woman will enter, she will bow to you, you bow the same way she bows. Cool, no problem. Then you sit upright, maintaining an erect spine. Again, no problem. Eventually she will come to you, and she will bow to you personally. Bow back. No problem. She will then hand to the ground, put on the ground, a teacup, which is actually kind of a large bowl, in which there's tea. You bow to the tea bowl. No problem. However, they're getting more and more steps, and I'm realizing I'm not going to remember them all. So I have a bit of an idea here that will be useful later. You then use your right hand to pick up the bowl and put it on top of your left hand. Then you take your hand away, then you put your hand back on, you turn it twice clockwise. This moves the face of the bowl away from you. The face of the bowl is very special, and we do not sully it with our mouths. After turning it the 2 times, you then take your hand away, you then hold the thing, you drink your tea. Back to the hand it goes, you then turn it anti-clockwise twice. You then set it back down, you bow again, and then you wait for the woman to come back around, and you bow to each other, she takes it away, and that is your part of the tea ceremony. Now again, many, many, many steps, many gestures and movements and so on. And so I think to myself, what I'm gonna do is take my little list and put it just behind the place I'm sitting so I can glance over and see what I'm supposed to be doing. And this is a fortuitous thing to do, because I don't keep it all in mind. So I go ahead and go through the whole routine, occasionally looking at my cheat sheet, occasionally making sure that I know what is coming next. And I am so glad I've done this, because I do find that the woman next to me, who is an American, gets stuck. She does not have her cheat sheet. She has managed to get the glass into her hand. She knows there's something to do before drinking it, but she can't figure it out. And because the thing she read said, this is a very important ceremonial thing, our culture, she doesn't want to screw it up. And so she just sits there looking at the bowl, looking around the room, and looking at the bowl. And I decide to be a hero this day. I reach behind me, I take my little cheat sheet, and I put it where she can see it. And she is so grateful. After we get out, I talked to her, and I said, so what was the plan? And she said it was probably better to do absolutely nothing than to screw this thing up. So she was planning to just hold the bowl until someone came and did something. Now, actually, because these are students, I think it wouldn't have been an issue. Like, I think even if she'd done it completely wrong and just like put it back on the ground, they wouldn't have caused a scene over it, because you want people to be allowed to be saving face, right, as opposed to embarrassing them for their misdeeds. But it's a strange thing. It's a strange thing to come from a culture that doesn't really stand on ceremony. Like, the places where in my life I've had to do things just right in just the correct order, like certain church rituals, I think, in the Boy Scouts, like there was the raising and lowering of the flag routine. And I think that's it. Like, other than that, American culture, I think, is sort of kind of casual when it comes to the orders in which you do things. And so to go from that to like, here's exactly the process, do the process or else, was strange. So that was fun though. It was fine. It was nice. We then got a chance to wander around the grounds of the Zen campus, and it was absolutely beautiful. And though it's in the middle of Tokyo, there was a really nice like set of trees and a little water feature, and it's a strange thing to like be in the middle of a city of millions and millions and millions, but also experience a kind of peacefulness and respite. So I was glad to do that. After that, it was time for the Zen meditation ceremony. So Nams and I get to the Zen meditation ceremony, and at the entrance to the Zen building is for a Japanese person, incredibly tall man. He's still shorter than I am, but he sort of towers over all of his assistants. And he is dressed so formally and is looking sternly this man is a Zen master. Fine. So we get there, we get in line, the Zen master looks across all of us, looks at Noms, smiles, and steps down, comes down, and approaches Noms because she is the honored guest. She doesn't want to be this, but she is this. And so he's smiling and moves into perfect English and says, "Oh, it's such an honor to meet you. And this, your husband." At this point, I'm taking my shoes off. So I am bent over, trying very hard to gracefully remove my shoes. And this man wants to talk to me. Like, oh gosh, here we go. And so I actually don't notice he's speaking in English because I'm so unbelievably nervous about what I need to say. And so though he introduces himself in English, I give him the Resorty des, Hajimashite. And he's very kind about it. He's very kind that I've gone into Japanese. He responds in Japanese, and it's fine. No major incident. He then goes back to the top and returns to being, very, 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 very firm Zen master guy. And so my shoes are off. We get in line to go into the meditation chamber. There is a very particular way in which you do this. You have to hold your arms in a certain way. You have to make sure you step into the room with your left foot, and then do not touch the actual threshold at all because the threshold is sacred. Anyway, we start heading in, and the master's assistant stops me. And I'm like, oh wait, I'm in line. I'm doing this right. Left foot over, don't use right foot, no problem. She stops me and says, "Socks." Because the Zen master interrupted me while I was taking my shoes off, I got my shoes off, but I forgot to take my socks off. And in this moment, I look at this long line of students, probably 35 students. All of them are completely barefoot, and there's little Resorty in his socks going for a walk. Oh, it was embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. So I had to leave the line, go back to where my shoes are, take my socks off, and then get back in line and shuffle on inside. And it was nice. I've definitely done the Zazen sitting before. It was, great. It was absolutely great, except they have a couple of features of the way they do Zazen at this university that I've never seen before. So they do the standard sitting on the pillow thing that starts with a Z, not Zabaten, but Zufo, I think. It's like a circular pillow that's kind of tall this way. And so you sit on this. Where I've done that before though, you just sit on it on the floor. This place has a raised surface that probably goes up to my mid-thigh or so, and how tall I am is about 6 foot 6'1", somewhere in there. So it goes to my mid-thigh or so. They have to climb onto to go sit on your little pillow. And now I say climb onto, Big Dumb American here says, sure, just get on up there by any means necessary. I don't do this though, thank goodness. Because the front section between me and the pillow, the front section of the meditating surface, is holy wood. And so you have to mount it in a particular way where your feet do not touch the holy wood. And this feels to me like, I don't know, like a game, like they're putting me on. Because it seems like that when you get onto this thigh level surface, the easy way to do it is to mount it with your feet. But instead, you turn away from it, you lean backwards, and then you lean backwards so far that your feet kick up over it, and then you pull your feet in very quickly. So we do that. We get on our little pillows. There's some more discussion about what Zen is, all very interesting. And then we're told, at this university, we need absolute focus of mind. So to remove visual distractions, we meditate while facing the wall. At this point, I'm not looking at the wall, I'm looking at the room. And so he says, what I want you to do is carefully move, spinning to the right to get facing towards the wall. Now, I'm a larger creature. There is no carefully spinning. I see the people around me. very, very carefully and nicely spinning. For me, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And I lean over awkwardly, almost fall off the platform. It's a disaster, but I get there. And we proceed to have like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of very quiet, meditative time, attempting to empty the mind of contents, to experience nothingness, whatever you want. And it's very nice. And then they say it is time for the walking meditation. And the way they do walking meditation here is you take a half step when you breathe out, and then you pause, and you take another half step when you breathe in, and you pause. And then when you breathe out next, a half step, breathe in a half step, etc., etc. Now, I have a certain rate at which I breathe. It feels normal to me, but NOMS reports it's a little faster than usual. Fine, whatever. However, the people around me are apparently athletes or something. I don't know. But they breathe so slowly and thus move so slowly that the entire time we're doing walking meditation, I'm in my head going, I want to breathe now, I want to move now, I want to breathe now. And this goes on for about 10 minutes. And in the course of 10 minutes, we've moved probably no more than 2 or 3 feet. A very, very, very short distance. And they're probably like, I don't know, 30 seconds, 45 seconds between inhale and exhale. And the whole time I'm like, oh gosh, what's happening? I can't do this. So I suspect this is something that one gets good at, like many other practices in life. And as of right now, I am just not good at it. And so that is my story of Zen meditation. I'd like to try it again. I'd like to interact with that portion of my new country's heritage. But as of right now, I'm just not good at it. So there you go. That is my weekend trip to our university to learn about Buddhist practice. It was a pretty nice thing for sure. Other than that, this weekend, we went to Denny's on Sunday morning and read the newspaper, as you do. Oh, actually, a story about Denny's. So we woke up a little bit late yesterday, and we have a routine. We go to the Denny's at like 10 o'clock. They stop serving breakfast at 11 o'clock. We get our breakfast, we read our newspapers. It's all very, very, very nice. However, we woke up a little bit late. And so we knew we'd make it to Denny's by 11 o'clock, but we were pushing it a little bit, right? A little bit pushing it. We get there at like 10:51. And we go in, and Noms asks, are you still serving breakfast? And the man who is there says no, breakfast time is over. We are now on lunchtime. And so we start looking at the lunch menu and trying to understand what's available for us that might want to eat. And the manager comes over and says, what is it that you're hoping to have? What can I help you on the menu, etc. And the Noms responds with, well, we were intending to have breakfast, but we're looking at lunch menu, trying to decide what we like. And the manager says, this is the Japanese teeth sucking. If I've not mentioned that before, anytime there's hesitation or uncertainty in a conversation, there's sucking of teeth. It's very strange to me, but I'll get used to it, I'm sure. The manager says, looking at the clock, it is still breakfast time. It is time for breakfast. And so he leads us to a table. And says, what would you like for your breakfast, right? And we order our breakfast, all fine. We're then sitting there reading our newspaper, having our coffee, waiting for my French toast to arrive. Noms has a traditional breakfast of rice and natto. Over here, French toast guy. We're waiting for it to arrive. Instead of the food arriving, the guy who first said no arrives. And this guy has been scolded. This guy is clearly here to apologize. It is the first time I've seen a Japanese apology in person. I've heard casual Japanese apologies, which is just saying, gomen nasai, sumimasen, very slight bow, move on with your life. No problems. This tends to happen like if someone bumps you in the grocery store. It's not a big deal. This guy, though, has lied to a customer, has told the customer no when the answer is actually yes. And so he does start with the Gomen Nasai. He does start with the Sumimasen. He then proceeds to make a movement with his body that I've never actually seen anyone do intentionally, except for maybe an athlete. He gets down into what I would think of as like like the stance a second baseman or shortstop makes ahead of a baseball being hit to them, like really low to the ground, legs spread, going down more and more and more. And he goes, Gomen Nasai, Gomen Nasai, and then uses a much more formal apology that I don't know. And he just goes on for, I don't know, maybe a minute, minute and a half. It just keeps going. And at this point, I have become uncomfortable. There is no way in which this is a good thing anymore. Initially, I appreciate the apology, that's cool. But it just goes on too long, and he goes lower and lower and lower, and then once he is down, with his legs more or less fully bent, he bows so low. So he doesn't get onto the ground, which thank God, but he does get real low and gets bowing. At this point, Nams, begins to offer the "it's no problem," the Jobodes, right? It's no problem, it's fine, and finally he goes away. And it's really, really uncomfortable. And so I asked Nams, what was with that stance? And she said, number one, there's like always an attempt to show one's apology or show one's remorse by getting into uncomfortable positions, especially like on the ground, face down, and so on. In this case, though, she says there's also a habit in Japanese culture of when you are wrong, you get as small as possible. And so though he's an average height guy, he's like trying to get real little, and it's tough. It's tough. So I appreciate the apology. That's cool. But all it was is, sorry, we're not serving breakfast anymore. And yeah, so getting the big apology was like an important cultural experience, but I suspect that I will never be comfortable with that. Like, it's just too much. It goes past the point of like expressing apology and into like self-abasement, I guess. And as an American, I have a very hard time with that. So nonetheless, I got my French toast. We sat there and I sat there and had my my newspaper, and that was very, very nice. So that was good. Yeah, I don't mean to say anyway the man was wrong to apologize. I don't mean to say like I am correct to be uncomfortable, but it's just weird for me as an American. I will struggle with it forever. But there you go. You'd stood up, attempt to take him by the forearm to help him stand back upright. No, we don't touch strangers. We don't touch strangers. That's one of the first things I was taught here is Americans have a much more casual relationship with the body than Japanese folks do. Like, even male friends don't touch each other. Female friends actually do hold hands in public. Yeah, female friends do hold hands in public in a way in which I thought they were like lesbian couples, but no, they're just friends, but they hold hands all the time. And yeah, that's that. But yeah, no touching people. I appreciate this very much. There's a sort of like casual American habit of when someone's like trying to insist that you're friends before you're actually friends, like a business transaction, for example, it'd be like, hey buddy, how's it going? I don't mind handshakes. I substantially mind people grabbing my shoulder. And I know they're just like trying to be like, hey, we're all buddies here. But the touching of the body, no thank you. Anyway, that's enough story time and blathering on for around about 40 minutes today. We gotta do some stuff. Now, on Friday, I told you a lie. Gomen Nasai, sumimasen. I deceived you on Friday, because on Friday I said we'd be playing Victoria 3 today. I said we'd be starting a brand new game. And in fact, I went ahead and updated the exclamation point last base command. This is the last base command that I use to indicate what happened to a prior playthrough, so that viewers don't ask over and over again, Rizordi, what happened to your base? Rizordi, are you bad at video games? Etc. Wooishi, thank you so much for your generous resub. You'll pass on the shoulder grab. I appreciate that. Let's have a distant and careful wave. It's good to see you, Wishy. Hope you're doing well. That's enough. That's enough. Hey, Laser San, how's it going? Blue, hello, friend. Yeah, so I updated last base command because I thought we were actually factually done with this Rimworld playthrough. And I was planning today to start a new playthrough of Victoria 3 to say that that one's done. There's no saving it. And then yesterday, I loaded up the save file just to see exactly what had happened. What I was planning to do was actually to reconstruct the area where my character got knocked down. Because I wanted to see what chance of getting hit the enemy, or chance of hitting the enemy had against my character. Because given the distance and the cover and the, I believe, foggy rain, it had to be incredibly low. So I wanted to see that. And in the process of setting that up and trying to like measure stuff, I accidentally bumped the spacebar key and unpaused for literally a second. And in this second, something happened. And that something, I think, actually means the playthrough is salvageable. So let's go ahead and move on over to Rimworld. Initially, I was not planning to spend the whole stream on Rimworld, but we might do so, we'll see. Let's get into the game and let's see what is what. So, the last thing that happened in the playthrough before we said goodbye was we had a slight oopsie-doopsie down here. The slight oopsie-doopsie is, like I said, they were sieging. They had a line of people with bolt-action rifles and sniper rifles. Somehow, one boop shot Kelmar. Now, Kelmar was shot in such an insubstantial way. He took a tiny bit of damage on his torso and on his pelvis. This adds up to 11 pain. 11 pain is not enough to knock down a wimp, right? Kelmar's a wimp. Very unfortunate. So if he gets over 20% pain, then he goes down. So 11 is less than 20. Insert crocodiles here. And we thought he should be fine, except he has muscle parasites, which means he has a base of plus 20 pain. Oof. So he falls down. After falling down, he is no longer able to use anything involving his mechs. So his mechs all switch from being drafted to being merely escort mode again. When they are in escort mode, they move from where they were going. Like all my Militors and Scythers were heading forward to defeat the enemies, go behind the cover. Instead, they all go to escort mode and just stand here. And they shoot back only if someone gets into close range, so they do knock down all of these. But the ones at distance, they do literally nothing against. They just take fire over and over and over. And so they all get knocked down one after another until the point that Kelmar's just on the ground. Now, because Kelmar's on the ground behind cover, there's a very low chance of anybody shooting him. Our pikeman, named Halberd, is still over here shooting as best he can. Eventually, he does go down. And there's still probably 7 or 8 enemies left. And I say, oh man, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? How do we save this thing? So I put down a sleeping spot to hopefully save Kelmar before he gets kidnapped and taken away, and then head back up to the base. And in the base, one of my kids is there, namely Jimiconius here. And Jimiconius, I say to myself, we should call in some friends. And so I send Jim up to the comms console. At this point, there's still power in the base. You will notice now that this power link has been cut, and also this power link has been cut. And so we're currently operating on one generator and one turbine, and that is that. We have power still. And so Jim goes up here and flicks the switch and calls for an alliance group. This alliance comes in, however, they do not send their best. Instead, they send a collection of folks who die almost immediately. They have shotguns, they run into melee range, die. And I say, what are we gonna do? Our friends have failed, the raid is still going. We're gonna send Jim down to save Kelmar. If we can just get Jim down here, save Kelmar, pull him back, maybe we can plan past that and sort something out. Unfortunately, before Jim gets down here, he's caught out right here, gets knocked down. That is the end of that. However, in a moment of absolute glory, we get the Man in Black event. Rin shows up. The Man in Black event happens when things are really dire, really awful, and it's a possibility to save your base. And so we say, okay, to save the base, all we need to do is have Rin knock down probably 3 enemies, given the ones that are still remaining. And then they'll flee, and then we're fine, and there are no concerns. And so that's where I ended on Friday. I say that, and then I say, oh gosh, I have to go teach. And I think I also end the stream by saying, I'm pretty sure this one's done, but we learned a lot about robots, we had a lot of fun, and that's okay. Over the weekend, I loaded up, and I pull up what Rin is. You'll recall the beloved Lord Kelmar is a genie. Genies are very good at crafting intellectual, very bad at anything involving their physical body. They take a little damage, they fall over at the end. Unfortunately, Rin is the exact same thing. Rin is also a genie. However, he's a genie who cannot craft and cannot do intellectual. So the 2 bonuses he has to skills because of his background are completely unavailable. He's also a wimp. If he takes even a little damage, down he goes. However, he's really, really good at shooting. And so I started imagining, okay, can we get him forward enough? Because he is spawned up here. There's no connection between up here and where the enemies are. Instead, we have to go all the way down and around. I think, okay, the enemies are still coming this way. Maybe we can set up here or perhaps even here and fight them off. And if I could just kill a couple or knock down a couple, we'll be good. So I then say, okay, on Monday we'll talk about that. Here we are on Monday, we're talking about that. I then decide I am curious how exactly Kelmar got hit here, what the chance was that happening. And so I start calculating where a person is here and how many tiles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm going to make it over in dev mode to figure that out. While I'm doing that, I accidentally bump the spacebar, and a pop-up happens that unfortunately is lost. What that pop-up says is, the enemies have decided to see who they can kidnap and will leave the map. Now, I immediately think, oh, great, they're gonna steal Kelmar and the playthrough's over. However, there are no living, movable characters down here. Near Kelmar is absolutely nothing. All of the enemies are up here. The enemies have grabbed our child Jim. Child Jim is bleeding out. He's probably just gonna die. But as of right now, I am, we'll call it 60% sure they're not gonna steal Kelmar. So very sad to lose Jim. However, I think Kelmar might live. And the entire goal of this playthrough is just to have Kelmar survive inside of his mountain mechanitor base. So we'll see. I'm not certain. It is possible the ones down here will turn and grab Kelmar. If they do, big sad. However, I think we might live. And so for the next little bit here, we're gonna explore and see what happens. I kind of like this superposition here. Like if we don't do anything, Kelmar's both dead and alive, but we gotta find out. And so we're gonna do that now, and I think I need to order the man in black to move forward as fast as possible, just in case. I want to get him down here to protect Kelmar, but really no luck. I'm gonna unpause, and we'll see how it goes. Before that, though, Mr. Board Games asks, have I ever tried the Rim Connect Twitch integration? No. In principle, I do not play anything on stream where viewers have a chance to treat me poorly. So, there you go. All right, having unpaused. Okay, they're firing at Holly here. They're leaving Kelmar alone. I'm actually going to ask the men in black to stay back inside the... Actually, put this out while we're working. Yeah. And this will keep him out of the way, and hopefully they're going to ignore... Yeah, hopefully they're going to go ahead and ignore Kelmar. Ah, delightfully. Rin is also unable to do any firefighting. It was the best of characters. It was the worst of characters. All right, Rin. Rin, go there. And let's see what happens. It all comes down to this one dude here. Rin, come on down. So everyone else is leaving the map, but for this guy. Just walk off the map, man. Leave Kalmar alone. I wish I could see his intentions. Jim has been kidnapped. However, she's not lost forever. An opportunity to rescue her may present itself in the coming days or years. As of right now, I believe Jim is 10 years old. If she wants to come back in the next 3 years, we'll save her. If not, she's gone forever. The end. However, this character's leaving the map. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? The playthrough continues. This character who's down here dies in 5 hours. I'd like to save them to get some alliance points back. Kalmar down here isn't bleeding, so will get up on his own eventually. Does Rin get to stay in the base? That is one heck of a question. Oh, Kalmar's up. Kalmar's up. All right, don't get caught by an enemy. Are there any enemies left? There's one here who is leaving. What do you think, team? Should we allow Rin to stay in the base? And the reason I ask is the official playthrough is no adults allowed. It is just and only Kalmar and the kids. I guess we let Rin stay for a little bit and see if we can get the base built back up, but I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard to say. Colonists lost -6. We lost them in our colony in a tragic way. That's very sad. Come back soon, Jim. Come back soon. Did nothing to help, so no. It is true. It is true. All they did was appear on the map and then walk inside the base and ignore the fire. We'll see. We'll see. All right, Kalmar, I need you to go back home because you're looking real sad right now. He may go down again due to exhaustion, in which case Rin will save him. He gets to stay for attempting good deeds. All right, team, we'll make a vote. A vote seems good. So, poll time. New poll. Does Rin stay? He's a genie, to recall. He's a useless genie. Okay. 1 minute of polling. Please click now. Okay. Okay. Why are you going this way, brother man? Is this actually the fastest way into the base? Instead of, like, going down this way? We did want to save this guy also, if possible. Still like 4 hours to go, is that right? 3 hours! Alright, Dr. Rin. Let's see what you can do. As of right now, attempted helpers remain is winning by 7 votes or so. Still about 20 seconds left, but for the moment, looks like Rin gets to stay with us. And we'll see what is what. Is Rin moving very slowly? Oh, furthermore, this might modify how you think. He has a bad back, so moves very, very, very slowly, especially when he has a whole bunch of smoke leave inside of him. Alright, he gets to stay. Thank you for your votes. I'll give Rin a proper name then. Bad back, good shooting, Wimp Rin gets to be known as Farinanthus. Farinanthus, thank you again for the resub, I appreciate it. We can fix it, indeed we can. Pepper, you say that Spartans do believe Man in Black event is the worst thing to happen in Rimworld. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. I definitely don't disagree. It's a way of saving really bad outcomes. Like I said, always saving the tragedies, and so the story modifies in a big way. Now, with that said, the playthrough would have been saved anyway. Because the kidnapping occurred because there were no interesting targets left, except for Jim's body down here. Now, with that said, would I have continued playing the game long enough to actually know that a solution was possible? I may not have. Like, it's actually possible I would have just said, like, forget this game. Nothing good is happening here anymore. I think we're okay for the moment. All right, so all of our robots are offline, and that's quite unfortunate. You notice a jankier colonist? I mean, the combination of Genie, Men in Black, without being able to do the two things that Genies are good at is very, very awkward. So this person will probably become our cook, though on Friday we had just unlocked the ability for us to make a medic bot and also a crafting bot, and we do want to get those online pretty soon. Kelmar, it is time for sleep. Ah, you're heading to the hospital. That's fine. That's fine. All right, Fernanthus, welcome to the base, my friend. I guess you'll live here. That is A-okay. It's a child's room, usually. We need to get all of this repaired. Gotta get power back online ASAPly. Now, with that said, do we have any functional construction bots? We have no living construction bots. They've all been absolutely destroyed. I'm going to send Fernanthus down once you're in a decent mood and get some food inside you. Wait, what's wrong with Fernanthus's ideology here? No slaves in the colony. He wants to be, he wants to have slaves. That's not okay. Also, apparently he was a rival of the child, even though he'd never met the child before. What is wrong with you? Do I have any bigger clutch moments in Rimworld than this one? There have been times we've recovered very large bases from only one colonist. There have been times when very bad shooters and meleeers have like gotten an unexpected killing blow and saved the colony, but no, there's never been a time when I've explicitly said this playthrough is over, but wait, this playthrough's okay. There have been times when I've said this playthrough is probably over, I'll see what I can do, and it's come back, but no, I've never said this is really, really done. However, it may be really, really done, because a mechanoid combat cluster is landing nearby. The cluster is dormant, but we'll see how this thing goes. Really? Alright, it's right here. It's not so big. Psychic suppressor against females. Huh. Now that is interesting, because there are no females on our team, so we can actually ignore this entirely. All of this is currently dormant, and there's no activation condition other than the psychic suppressor comes online in 14 days. So that's awesome. Yeah, no auto mortar firing right away, and no proximity sensor, no timer countdown. I'm going to say we're still A-okay, perhaps. Are the folks who are down here going to die, or... Owly, how you doing? You're going to die. Very good. Did the wealth drop after the mech slaughter? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, mechs are fairly valuable. Whoops, wrong button. Okay. That's one. Yeah. You will see a bit of a collapse there. Whoop. So it went from 161 down to 141. So we got a little bit of gain back by Fernanthus joining us. But no, the mechs being destroyed is definitely an issue. I can allow my worker bots outside. They're already allowed outside. I'd also like to free the paramedic bot, but I need to continue getting power online if I can. The easier way to do that is probably going to be to get the construction bots online first. And hopefully the hauler bots are going to go outside and fetch the destroyed mechs. But it is very far away, so perhaps not. We'll go down there in a moment to get them back. All right, Kelmer's looking real bummed. Some of these things will be fixed as soon as he wakes up, but sleep is going kind of slowly. We also turned off a whole bunch of items inside the base when we had our first power outage. We'll have to get those back online fairly soon. Kelmar's healed. Good morning, Kelmar. Mood is increasing. Very nice. Having a little smoke leaf. Very nice also. And Fairnath is currently making artwork. Are you any good at that, man? Not really. Not really. Alright, I want Kelmar to get better at cooking, so we are going to have him start making simple meals. And these might lead to food poisoning. That's all I'm going to say about that. They might lead to food poisoning. Hopefully they don't. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Kelmar is trying to sleep off his injuries some more. Oh, he has muscle parasites still, right. So we're at 139 out of 300% muscle parasites. If we can just get it up to 300%, it'll go away just like that. But it's a slow and steady process. Now, I was going to ask, is Fairnath allowed to go repair the broken mechs? But with no crafting skill, he's certainly not. He can haul, though. And so I'm going to ask Fairnathus to begin hauling the mechs that are totally broken. Again, most important of those are the construction bots. It is very hard to see what's happening in here. Such a tremendous pile of mechs. Cool. Also, we actually got our first steel mortars and a toxic shell, which is chemical warfare. Some incendiary shells and some high explosive shells. And a bunch more food. That's great. A whole bunch of really nice things. I do look forward in a couple days, weeks, months, however long, to look at this playthrough and say, oh wow, we actually survived from that. Because I definitely did not think we'd be doing so. Oh gosh, he's so slow. Oh gosh, no. No. Maybe? No, just go home. Unfortunately, both my characters being in very slow condition right now, I do worry whether the hauling will get done. So I'm going to allow all this junk. And hauler bots are indeed going to fetch the broken robots right now. Cool. I don't think they can haul the ones that are just downed. Oh, you can. They can haul the ones that are stuck on the ground. I wonder what kind of spot they go to, though. Oh, they haul them to the charger. I guess that would help for you inside. Though again, only humans can do that, I believe. Also, how good are Man in Black's clothing? All good quality. I wish he had the cowboy hat on instead, of course, but it also comes with a bunch of food, so he'll be okay for a time. Alright, Kelmar's quite hungry. That's the parasites. Moving him slowly. I would take him off of cooking for now and just make sure that only Pharaoh does it. If we get huge food poisoning, that's A-okay. Alright, now it's time for the long walk down to repair some stuff. How much steel do we have right now? Literally none there. Literally none there. So I must use all my steel to do something. Unfortunately, we can't repair our broken mechs without having steel availability. Now there's slag here. I have no idea where it came from. Is the toxic stuff staying frozen? That's a very good question. So as of right now, yes, it's at negative 16. Negative 16 is above the temperature at which infestations spawn, so it is possible to get an infestation there. But for the moment, yes, it's still frozen, because I have an AC unit keeping it cool. But yeah, it's a great question. You're absolutely right to wonder. This is fine. This is fine. This is good. This is fine. Lots and lots of body. Wait, a masterwork rifle. Oh, why is there a masterwork assault rifle on the ground? That is definitely the one that our beloved child had before he got knocked down, taken off the map. Well, that's a very nice item there, isn't it? Man, having this thing here, I keep worrying we're gonna walk into it and cause problems, but walking into it won't cause any problems at all. Alright, up this way we got a whole bundle of chicken eggs, all unfertilized, so tasty food and not much past that. What are we repairing first? Military bots. Awesome. I think whenever we go fight this, it won't be a very hard fight, will it? Yeah, Militor, Tesseron, Scorcher. So with mechs against it won't be too bad. Masterwork Rifle's worth more than a child who bleeds out. It's true. It's true. We definitely could have done a better job of enticing them to steal different things. Now, I repaired one bot and then went home. Is hauling higher than smithing? It shouldn't be. No. Let's try to get, if not all of these, at least some of these repaired. Oh, I might want to self-tend. Is that true? Nope, 10 to 18 hours, so no idea, no idea. Some of these do still have little power. Also, that Masterwork Rifle is being destroyed in the rain right now. Oh gosh, they're so beat up. So beaten up. And Kelmar's clothes have gone bad. Man, his array headset's worn out. Wait, what's actually... Oh, it's flak vest. Beautiful gold vest. Hey, traders here. Hello, traders. I'll be buying steel from them almost certainly, as that's what's holding us back right now. Also, fire in the pen. The rain will take that out real quick. Gash is online. Awesome. The 2 Militors should get repaired pretty quickly. And then, other than that, this will be a little bit challenging. So probably go ahead and walk home with whoever can still move. How long will Big Boy take to get repaired? Yeah, this is so annoying to see, all this damage on Big Boy, because this is all range damage from here that he could not fight back against. Maybe that's enough for now. You can move, correct? Still downed. Still down, still down. Oh, it's standing, actually. So it's standing queued downed. He's moving. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So instead of hauling that back, I'm going to haul Hal back. It's all coming together again. Kalmar's looking real bummed again. And most parasites. That pain. Again, at least the pain is not so bad that he's falling over constantly. Hello, traders. Let's say hi to you in passing. Do you have steel for me? Have I got some ducks for you? And lambs. Yeah, as I said earlier, it's such a strange thing to have said goodbye to this playthrough. Like, I was definitely planning to just like load it up, watch it fail, and then move on with our lives, but here we are. Oh, they may not have any steel, actually. Nope. They got no steel at all. We sold too much to them, so I gotta buy something. I got some meat. We don't need food. Don't need cloth, definitely. My goodness. I guess I could buy their medicine, but I have so much already. Yeah, we definitely need to talk to an overhead ship pretty soon and sell some as garbage. There's no way in which I need any of these things. Yeah, I mean, thanks for visiting, I guess. I'll keep a couple animals just to not give you too good of a deal. That's fine. Thank you for your kind attention. See you again real soon. Buy components. Oh, do they actually have components? I thought only I have components. I may have misseen that. Yeah, unfortunately I have components to sell them. They have none to sell to me, but I agree. ABC, always buy components. But in this case, only if they're available for sale. Appreciate the suggestion, though. Does Kalmar have a new flak vest to put on? Certainly not. Certainly not. We'll need to get that repaired at some point. So with no steel at all, smushing slag is the thing to do. Also, there's no reason that the mech should be following us around right now. So we're going to put them off of escort into recharge mode. And then go back to where you're going. Hey kid, good seeing you. Have I tried to caravan you with my mechs? I've not, no. I've never left the base because I'm afraid of what we would find out there. I saw there was a recent patch that made it so that children that are had when colonists are working elsewhere are not kept by the person where they're working, but instead go home. Which I think is good fun. Alright, my friends, we have our first character here, our first paramedic bot ever. That's so nice for two reasons. Number one, Kelmar can finally receive some healing without needing to do it himself. Number two, the medic bot here should be able to install parts on Kelmar with surgery, and as he's someone who wants more and more body modification, makes him very happy. We'll be turning him into Cyborg Man eventually. Now, this character is also the first one where we took a colonist's brain and put it inside, and so that character was named Game Urchin. This character we call Dr. Game Urchin, and that's the way in which we protect the children from the bad things of the world. If they're not well taken care for, they end up like Jim, dead, stolen otherwise, but this mech bot will forever live and be happy. Now I'm gonna put that mech bot inside of the hospital and probably on just a low power mode in there. Kib says that mechs go on low power travel mode. Don't use power while in transit. How do they move then? Like, are they carried? It'd be really cool if there's a way to have them move around while also being in low power mode. But on the map here, you definitely can't do that, of course. Alright, we're going to call this one, the Doctor is in. He's inside the zone. In. Get it? Get it? Okay. And we want to have access also to the chargers, just to stay powered up if need be. Cool. Did the Man in Black save me? No. A kidnapping saved me. Which I promise isn't as bad as it sounds. Kelmar went and ate a bunch of ambrosia. Kelmar went to bed. Kelmar's fine. Next thing we need to do is go smush some slag so we have sufficient steel to repair a construction bot in particular. So, all on repair is constructor bot. That is 25 steel. Construction bot did not get hauled in. I want to turn this thing off also. The Man in Black watched, I'm afraid so. It was kind of unfortunate. Man in Black is making simple meals. I wish I would tell about food poisoning before you actually eat those. And actually, before we do the construction bot thing, I should have us repair this at least so we have some more power coming in. So tomorrow morning, Kelmar will do that straight away. I feel like our recovery is going so slowly. Also, I should probably have the Doctor go into power off mode. Go back inside your house. Don't be weird, go inside your house. There we go. And then where's Big Boy? Big Boy got to here and then fell down again. Oh, he's probably not assigned to a zone, that's why. Alright, go to Big Boy's bunker, please. There he goes. Recovery records the speed of the Man in Black. Yeah, dude's so slow. Dude is 16% movements. Thanks to a bad leg and a bad back. Someday we'll fix them. Someday. Beloved Kelmar, is that enough sleep? Rise and shine. Get some food. How's your cooking going? Just a tiny bit on the way to 5. I want to go smelt, please. as that's done, we'll build here. Now, Kelmar's building skill is only 4. I don't think he'll fail, but he'll possibly fail at this. Willing to make some more clothes for him. We could go flak vest free until he has... let's not do that, actually. I'd say we can go flak jacket free until he's able to make a new one, but for right now, to keep him alive, I'd prefer not to take his clothing off. I'm actually going to turn off self-tending and see how the Doctor Bot does it. I didn't turn it off, I just clicked this instead. Right, there we go. So Kelmar, finish making these. Then you can go inside and have the Doctor Bot take care of you. Power online again, awesome. And then you're gonna get into the hospital bed. I'm curious to see if Dr. Bot immediately goes over in 10s or if you have to order him to do so. In bed, DocBot online. Okay, he's actually using herbal medicine, and Kelmar has good medicine in his pockets. So will he change over to the better medicine now it's available? He won't. Alright, so... just like with colonists, if you draft them, it resets their work queue. How good will this 10 be? 98%! Holy cow! So one more 10 like that, and Kelmar will finally be over the parasites. And that will be totally, totally awesome. I want to finish smushing this. And then repair the power line here. How much do we need? 9 more? Yeah, 9 more there, so 1 more smush will do it. Then we start repairing the bots. It's all coming together, my friends. All coming together. Okay. Omar, let's go ahead and do this now. We need some more graves to bury all the people who visit us also. I am getting to the point where I'm saying prep cremation is right, but we've gone thus far. Gotta keep on going. Shoot. Because I clicked on the one that's already filled, they're not bringing along any steel. So we'll get some more steel first and finish that up. Goodbye, trade caravan. You're the only thing keeping me alive. Can't stop, won't stop burying everybody. You better believe it. Anytime we start a meme in the playthrough, I gotta keep doing it no matter what. Like, even it would be good to have fewer children here to keep the kids around. Nope. Nope and nope. Get this done, please. And I said earlier I wanted to get this inside of a wall so it doesn't burn quite as much. Like I said earlier, this one is already in a wall. And so it's just a matter of running it through the rest of this. And that needs to be smooth to do so. So I will go ahead and mark that smooth. Thought I'd done previously. I must have taken it off for some reason. Oh, is it smooth? It is smooth. In that case, why is the power not running through? Oh, identical thing exists. The material is placed. The actual work to build it is not done. Quest available called the Failing Transporter. A shuttle is taking damage and wants to live here. However, Wasters will come attack it. It would be fun. It would be fun. However, right now I don't feel comfortable doing absolutely anything at all. Kelmar, is this made? It is made. Is all of our power online again? Is it a kid? I don't believe so. I clicked that off very quickly, but let's check and see. No, it's a commander and 1 trooper. So no children, thank goodness. So our power should be overwhelming now. Plus 6,000. Cool, cool. We can start turning things back on once more. Those are online. Awesome. Oh, it's cool seeing the base come back online. Let's turn everything on somewhat greedily and see what happens. Alright. You're higher on cooking than artwork, yeah? Oh, no, I haven't moved Fairness at all on priorities. You're just picking random stuff to do. So definitely a doctor, and definitely do some cooking. Love Kelmar make the fancier food, but for now we're okay. And then, I guess when that work is done, you can do your artwork. And if there's no artwork, you can do some hauling to help out. Maybe hunting at some point. Though, as I said before, the problem with hunting on genies, they're wimps, so they can't really do much at all. My hope is we can get a bunch of money by selling artwork. So I'm going to make a spot for artwork to go. It can't go on shelves, I'm relatively sure. Yes. Can't go on shelves. So let me make a little storage spot for it instead. We'll call it somewhat mockingly the gallery. And there we'll have just and only artwork. Art. We'll need to make a new orbital trade beacon so we can reach that. That's not a big priority right now. Okay. I'm beginning to breathe again. It's turned on also. Gotta continue repairing the robots. Got a little steel, enough steel to restart one bot. So like I said, next up is repairing the constructor. Yes. Kelmar, do that next. Also, I need more mountains. Got a lot of mountains. Mountains are doing great. There are many things we need in this playthrough. I don't think mountains are them right now. Functional robots are the current need we have. Though we could keep digging out here and see what we find. Temperature down here is negative 19 again. One's aiming negative 19, one's negative 20. So I believe the room is large enough now we can't hit negative 20. I'm just going to aim for negative 19 and see what changes. And then negative 18 on this one. Save a little power. We'll see. You lost a colony when a team attempt angered an entire crash of rhinos. Yeah, the ability of manhunting wild animals to upset everybody nearby is just no joke. Absolutely ridiculous at times. Fernanthus. No, sorry, Kelmar, what are you doing? Kelmar is working on getting this started as intended. And then let's try on the other one also. And let them repair really whatever they want to repair. Constructoids first. Sounds good. And then after Constructoids is done, they'll then do all the other kind of bots. Over here, we should be remaking our medium mechs, which includes the pikemen, scythers, all the rest. But still, I'm guessing it's nice to have lost a playthrough that way. Now you know, never do it again. Kelmar, it is 10 p.m. Gotta do some recreation. Almost time for one more tend. Another day and a half or so. Let's also get these repaired. This one, I think I can wake up. Is that true? Oh, shut down from low power energy. When can I turn it back on, I wonder? Yeah, so I actually don't know at what point the ones that have shut down themselves can be turned on again. Do they have to get all the way up to their goal amount? Has to be carried to the recharger. We could do that. We have so much wood, like, frankly upsetting amounts of wood. We have 2,500 wood. There's no reason to have that much wood. There's absolutely nothing that much wood does for us other than allows us to continue placing more and more traps, which I guess traps are nice. Who doesn't like traps? But I think it's a better idea for us to go ahead and destroy that wood, or perhaps just sell it. I mean, frankly, destroy it I think is the right call, because it is raising our base value in no particularly good reasons. Hello, Ornstein Dragon Slayer. Am I good at this game? I don't know, I have fun. How you doing? Are you good at this game? This game I like a lot. Regardless of whether one's good or no, I think it's an awesome, awesome, awesome game. I've played the game a lot, I should say that. Kelmar is trying to go cook. I'm considering stopping Kelmar cooking just to ensure that Farinanthus focuses on it. But I don't know. No, I'm gonna have Kelmar go down and repair stuff and take him off cooking for the time being. Where are my broken little bots? Hello, broken little bots. Pile of them right there. Hello, wolf. It's possible this wolf will try to eat Kelmar. I'm gonna have Fairnuts come down and shoot the dickens out of it. Yeah. This is a place where I should perhaps use mechs also. So I'll repair the mechs that are down here, just to provide some kind of cover against the wolf. With them both being genies, it is possible they'll miss repeatedly and the Timberwolf will just absolutely destroy them. And since Timberwolves are predators, after they knock down, they might just eat the face of the character they knock down. Moods have improved very, very nicely again. Space heaters are repaired, awesome. Send Space Heater back to the Space Heater zone. Okay, with that, all the mechs that can be repaired have been repaired. Welcome, Farinanthus. Finally arrived. Giving Farinanthus a better spine and some faster legs would be really, really cool. Reaper can walk now. Now, there's no particular reason to fight this. It's left Kelmar alone. But we'll do it just for the fun. Just for the lulz. Oh, they're having a conversation. What y'all talking about? Try to convert Farinanthus to his own ideologion. Farinanthus was not convinced. Belief's only 83% right now, compared to Kelmar's 100%. Repairs are done, awesome. Let's see how this goes. Okay, revenge is expected. Here we go. Reaper, go ahead and chop that thing to bits, please. Kelmar's Hull. No spot for the bullet broom to go. I believe my mech repair area is totally full right now. We'll go ahead and take Gash back home to get him recharged. And Reaper goes home too. Ornstein asks, what's my favorite IRL ideologian? I don't know. I like democracy a lot. I've written some articles on democracy. That's true. That's true. That's true. We actually didn't finish off the Timberwolf. It'll bleed out on its own though. So I'll mark it to hunt. That way when it dies, it'll be mine. I'm not sure if I have a favorite IRL ideologian. I teach a whole bunch of them. And they're all interesting as artifacts of humanity's ingeniousness. I forgot to turn my Dr. Bot back offline. Gotta remember to do that. Communism is the only right way. Communism and democracy are not incompatible. But appreciate you memeing. Everybody loves memeing. I don't love memeing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Boy. How are we doing steel right now? 67, enough to restart another construction bot. Though with one construction bot back online, we might be fine. all the construction bots will do for us right now is to make the traps. Like, the reason I wanted construction bots initially was to get the power line repaired, and then this section built right here. One construction bot should be enough for that right now, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and make combat bots instead. Just kind of feeling a tiny little bit uncertain about the base's defensibility currently. Good night, Kelmar. So great seeing the little hauling bots running around. Okay, is gas charging? Gas is charging. Awesome, awesome. Sluggo all repaired. So a few of the bots definitely need to be plugged in. That's clearly the case here. Fairness, are you allowed to plug them in? Okay, so non-militors are allowed to plug in. Yeah, are allowed to plug in robots. The only time I enjoy watching Fernandez move right now is when he has, when we're on game speed 3, he's just so stupidly slow otherwise. What is your current smoke leaf situation, brother man? Like, you are definitely puffing a little too often. So then the same drug policy as Kelmar, which is every day if mood's below 50. Oh, or if recreation's low. I think he's enjoying the drugs for recreation purposes. I'm actually turning that off right now. I want to save smoke leaf for moods only. Yeah. Playing Mechanist. Yep, Mechanist playthrough. Lord Kelmar here is our true mech man. He's doing great. Where did that waste come from? Down in the south. Oh, it's probably off these chargers, I bet. Or that one right there, which is emptied. Xenotype? Genie. Plain as Genie. I'd probably make a command that comments that kind of thing. Okay. Get the mech repaired. Good job. What did we put in there anyway? I think it was a construction bot. Was it? Was it? It was. So I turned off the repair only construction bots and then grabbed the nearest one, which is still a construction bot, unfortunately. So we'll have all of our construction bots repaired pretty quick here, but no military ones. Hey, Macap, how's it going? When I'm teaching in Japan, do I speak English or Japanese? I appreciate that vote of confidence in me, but no, I definitely teach in English. In Japanese, I'm able to have like basic conversations about what the weather's like and what I would like for dinner, but past that, basically nothing. So, thank you for believing in me, but it's absolutely unwarranted. Kelmar, let's get smushing again. Yeah, I want to say, like, maybe someday, if I work really hard and study, I'll be able to teach in Japanese, but it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Hey, it's a mechanoid combat cluster. The cluster will be dormant, etc., etc. Show me what you got. We have 7.7 days until we gotta deal with this thing. Also have an auto mortar which begins in 6.3 days. So, not so bad. Inferno Cannon, unfortunate, but not so bad. I was thinking we might need to go steal a mortar to fight this, but I think it'll be okay if I can get all my robots repaired, which might be a big ask, unfortunately. So stealing the mortar might be the correct way to go. I don't know if the construction bots move these, or if the hauler bots do, or what exactly. We'll get them moved up here. This is my giant pile of granite stones. It's definitely run down quite a bit. So for right now, we'll just throw one there. And the other one next to it. But not too close. Not too close. And then time for a new shelf. We already have three kinds of... Yeah, we already have three kinds of shells here. Incendiary, explosives, toxic. I want to say I will never, ever, ever use the toxic, but I'll keep it around just as a reminder of the depths to which humanity will go to harm one another. 7 days, 6 days. Okay. Unfortunately, repairing the bots takes quite a long time. This one's going to be 1.2 days. Getting the pikemen back online would probably be great. And then making sure that big boy's repaired would probably be great also. Time for tending. Good morning, Dr. Bot. Oh, what a sweetie. What a sweetie. Fairness came over to tend to Kelmar, making so that Dr. Bot's actually useless. I wonder if it would be a good idea for us to turn off Doctor on everybody, just to ensure the medic bot does its work. But muscle parasites are now fully cleared. At least one of our characters moves at normal speed now. Hooray! Hooray, hooray, hooray. Ashbot, let's plug you in real quick. Big Boy's back online again also. Nice. Loving the happy and friendly music again, where for so long it was the dire music of will we survive? Is it possible? What do you say? What do you say? Seems better now. Also, does the game seem a little louder to you all than usual? I feel like I'm competing with it slightly in a way I don't normally. Kelmar's trying to refine chem fuel. We definitely do not need that. I set this up so the kid has something to do, so turn that one back off. And what are you gonna do instead, Mad? Back to smooshing, hopefully. Sound level seems good. Okay. Yeah, earlier today my audio didn't start. If you're here at the start of the stream, there's a very awkward period when I turned on the microphone and nothing happened. So I am a little concerned my audio settings have changed. It seems a little loud to you. Okay, I'll turn it down just slightly. This feels a little loud to me also. Turn on the music volume to 50. Let's see how that goes. Cool. The music is louder than normal. Okay. I don't know. I never quite understand how the music works, what's making it louder or quieter. A few times you pick up my noise gates kicking in when the music isn't going. Okay. Noise gate kicking in at the bottom or the top. Someday the audio will be perfect. Today is not that day, but someday. Yeah, I think part of it is my volume changes while I'm talking. Like, occasionally I get down here. I'm like, oh, look, friends, we're exploring things. And other times I get a little louder. I'm always amazed by streamers who can just talk in their normal voice all the time. Just like, hey, folks, good to see you. We're hanging out. We're relaxing. I think if I stream this way, I'm just like not in my streamer persona. I'm instead just like hanging out and having a drink. Hanging out and having a chit-chat. Isn't it nice to hang out? It's all pretty good. All pretty good. This room apparently is unsightly. Yeah, they're not like the traps at all. We could probably install some more potted plants to make it help it a little bit. And smoothing the floor will be great also. But for now, the potted plants. There and there is fine. Except that it is off-center, I'm not liking it. What's my professor persona voice? I actually can't get to it on stream. I've tried before and it's not quite right. So I can't tell you, unfortunately. I might record a lecture at some point. You'll probably hear it. I do start class with, all right, here we go. And then past that, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm really sorry. Really sorry. Kips, thank you for letting me know. You pick up room noise a little bit. Yeah. So there's a AC unit right there, like only 2 feet away from the microphone. The microphone's aimed so it only barely picks it up, and then there's the computer down below. Eventually, I'll have my little recording studio here where it's all perfect. Now, I'm always amazed by streamers who have their microphones set up perfectly, and it's just like a kind of care and attention I don't know how to do, but it is fun to learn and try more. This has not been turned back on yet. We probably don't have the steel for it. We are 20 steel low. So you start with your lessons with Okie dokie, folks. Let's get it started. Yeah, occasionally I say weird things. It will not surprise you to learn. I say weird things to get started, like, all right, boyos, how was your weekend? Or, let's go, team, etc. Just kind of silly things that catch the students off guard. Because if I just do the same start every single time, I find that my students don't really start until I actually start like lecturing on content, and then they're like, oh gosh, where's my notebook? This is one thing, if I could do anything to my students to have them be different, I wish they would get their notebooks out before class actually started. Like, we're doing the same thing every day, right? You're coming in, you are talking to me about ideas. So why isn't your notebook out until I start talking about ideas? It's like a switch is flipped in their head. We're like, okay, we're hanging out, we're having a chit chat, and then it is time for getting the notebook started. It's weird. Huh. Like some steel has gone somewhere. I don't know where. Nonetheless, enough steel now to get the pikemen back online. Like I said before, we gotta get rid of this this wood. We have plenty of Molotov cocktails for it. These are not being built, which makes me wonder, are we out of stones right now? Nope, got quite a bit. Just the construction bots are busy doing other stuff. What are you doing, construction bots? Making this area out here. Yeah, this area here is a nice little spot for us to be able to hide and fight while attacking here. Previously, we had to have Kelmar standing back here, and so it's difficult to get it next in useful positions. So I think one thing for this playthrough is continued longevity. I need to treat Kelmar like if he takes any damage, he's just dead. And the reason for that is I've been treating him as so long he's inside of cover, he will be just fine. And as we saw from the earlier fight, this is not true. Like, definitely if he ends up taking even minor damage, he can just be dead. I'm moving all these in because I noticed that my smelter is going very, very far away to get items to smush. Would it make sense to have him go and get slag pieces? Also, what on earth are we researching? Oh, advanced fabrication. There was something I don't recall what. Probably the upgrade to the headpiece that requires having advanced components. As of right now, we have one of them, and I believe 0 actual components. Is that true? 3 actual components. Okay. Add it all down here. Are all the bots repaired? Yes. Bucky needs to get plugged in. What you doing there, Bucky? Oh, it's way down here. Yeah, alright. Fairnanthus, go fetch that, please. After done eating. Thank you. So one thing I'm a little concerned about is I would like to go and take all of this apart. But I do worry if we do that, it'll count as construction. I think deconstructing counts also. And so possibly all the enemies will come and get us. That'll just be no good at all. It's Mad Turkey. No. No. Okay. So I thought it was going to go attack one of the bots. It did not do that, thank goodness. Francis, go back home. Where are you going? Where you going, little buddy? Oh, are you gonna attack poor Bucky there? He's just sleeping. Poor Bucky. Poor sweet Bucky. Can't even wake up. Is he gonna peck this thing until it's dead? No, just till it's downed. Okay, fine. Fine. I'll have the Scyther go ahead and fight this guy, I suspect. So we're gonna move him to the group or the area called the South, and he should just step forward a little bit. Oh, what a jerk. What a jerk. I was hoping to go over this way, but I'll have him go stand right there. And then hopefully these Turkey will attack him, which I think he will. Can't move, it just kind of stands there. Welcome to your final fight, Turkey. Never mind. Turkey had no need for scythering. Right, 6 days there. I don't think we're gonna have time to actually defeat this mech cluster today. I think Big Boy will be good against the Centipede. He can tank it for a very, very long time. So I'll probably start this thing by having Big Boy walk in, smoke pop, attack. And then we don't know what's in here, which is a little unfortunate. Also, Kelmar should be standing back here. This is a significant distance to go. But Kelmar could just stand here instead and just not fight ever. One nice thing, though, of course, is the pile of cover we can hide behind with our little mechs. That'll be good. Kelmar is currently carrying 1 steel. He came all this way to get 1 steel. Do you like having 1 steel? Oh, Kelmar. Oh, Kelmar. All right. Let's get all the steel, please. As he walks past here, we're going to stop. We're going to drop it. We're going to haul all the steel. Right. Characters. Am I allowed to like have a range on putting items in here also? I am. So I can put it so you have to get the steel from fairly close by instead. I guess I should do that on literally all of these, just so they're not going so far away to get the steel. I guess that's fine. Someday we'll get this fabric core made. The only thing is, for the fabric core, we need a brain, and I do not have a brain in it right now. Now, where could we find a brain for my crafting bot? A character who has suggested thus far that he is uninterested in crafting? Should we show him what it is to be a crafter? What do you think, team? No? I don't know. We're thinking about it. We're giving it a thought. The Man in Black is not someone we hold any special relationship to right now. Not exactly caring about old Man in Black, but I want a crafting bot pretty badly, so we'll see. A+ yes? Oh boy. Looks like chat wants Fairnance's brain inside of a construction bot. That will come tomorrow, probably. Wait, tomorrow? Are we going to continue playing Rimworld tomorrow? I think I said we were only going to play today, and then play Victoria 3 tomorrow. Oh no. I did say it. We're supposed to wait until Rimworld Friday to play more of this. Oh gosh, I don't know. What are the qualities here? Poor, normal. Beauty of 100. Over here, poor also. So I want to install the normal one instead. Let's go and read about what Fairnet's made for us. A tree. On this work is an illustration of Miranda Ray brutally disabling a Militor out of bleak necessity. Miranda looks distressed at what she's doing. The work is executed in a Baroque style. The scene takes place in the middle of a campsite. It tells the story of harming the Militor by Miranda on the 9th of December, some years back. Long ago. Alright. Kelmar, what you doing? Get more bots online again. Good job, hero. Smush some more, please. Also, these ready to be freed. Smithing is job 1, so it should get freed pretty soon. Eventually, we are going to run out of slag again. It'll be pretty sad. Friends, you want to be a medbot? Unfortunately, I have one medbot, and I don't think I need more than one right now. That said, medbots are so cool. They can fire foam pop to put out fire around them. They can also jump in behind enemy lines to save characters. They can rescue. It's very cool what they can do other than just manning the hospital. So I'm really excited to use them at some point. Gonna be fun. Oh yes, visiting the graves. How I've failed all of the children. Oh, poor sweet kiddos. We should probably preemptively make another one. Nice at this point that our tomb is slightly impressive. Unfortunately, we need the tomb, but it is nice. It is nice. Alright, so we got a Scyther. 2 more of the Militors here. $25 steel again. At 50. Huh. Can't resurrect me as a corpse and 25 steel. Oh, I may have made the steel. It actually is in range still, just barely there. However, it's going to make doors. Huh. Well, this is actually not useful, considering I have almost no steel at all, so I'm going to forbid all of these. Sorry, bucko. Where's my steel? Hey, give me that back. Alright. Can't do it still. Alright, who on earth is taking the steel? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's not in the base anymore. Disappeared so fast. Hopefully construction bot is not too close in this bit of a quote-unquote building. I think that's far enough away. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Frenathus is getting that body. I actually don't want Frenathus hauling, just because this is a place where he'll get sick, and we don't have a gas mask for him yet. So no hauling allowed, boss. Let's sort of lock you inside. While you're down here, kindly haul in the fancy gun. Not assigned to hauling. All right, hauling is then job number 4. Haul that in, please. Thank you. I enjoy saying please and thank you to my characters. I realize it's absolutely not necessary. However, it feels good. We're not going to have quite enough steel here to get started. Elmar thinks he knows where some more is, though. Ah, it's out here, okay. So we didn't actually spend all this steel. It's just waiting for us now. Good. Haul that, please. I was making the haul bot. I actually don't want that. Can I stop at this point, or is it too late to stop? Okay, cool. I want to prepare forever military bots exclusively. Okay. Try it again. I'm really glad I caught that. If not, we would have been wasting some steel. At this point, can't do that. Nope, nope. Okay, go do this one now. Missing a corpse. I need to turn you back on to non-constructoids. Unfortunately, the Scyther may not be repaired, but we have 2 functional Scythers and Big Boy. In this group, there's whatever comes out of here, and then just the Centipede. So I think we're fine against this with only the Scythers. Now, the worst thing, of course, would be, I was going to say a Centipede, but it is possible to get, like, Diabolus, I believe. That'd be pretty awful. I make a Robocop that shoots guys. As right now, Minotaurs. Like, Minotaurs definitely have shotguns that shoot stuff. And there are Lancers also, and Lancers seem really, really cool. But past that, I'm not quite sure what else I can make. A whole bunch of bots, though. I love that. I love the addition of new kinds of bots in the Biotech expansion. Oh, we're missing a lamp in here. This is an absolute waste of steel right now, so I'm going to forbid it. But it would look nicer if we have that. A little brighter in there. Pikeman repaired! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I got to go in 3 minutes, unfortunately. So maybe I'll march the happy team down to position. We have 3.5 days until we have to start destroying this thing. Okay. Okay. Also, my little pots have not been repaired yet or made yet. I have plenty of stones, though. So construction bots must be busy with other important work, like getting charged and making those traps. All good stuff. Yeah, just making traps right now. That's fine. The hauling bots are now getting all the fine stuff from down this way. I believe it's 100 steel, maybe only 50 steel to repair the Scyther. Let's see. Get first. Yeah, 50 more steel. We just don't have that, unfortunately. Look at Kelmar helping out. Doing a little bit of dumping. Thanks, Kelmar. Appreciate it. He wants to go way south now and repair Bucky. I was thinking of not going down here until we're actually going to fight. I'm just going to keep offline now. Hello, Lord Kelmar. It's good seeing you. I don't know if you've been watching this playthrough, but your hero character has done a very, very good job in this playthrough. It's been a ton of fun. Survives through some real challenges, had some real successes, and hopefully that continues. All poor quality artworks. I'm going to suspend this job right now because we sell sculptures. I don't necessarily want to start making them again. We'll see. Okay. All you fine followers. Surface, Logi, Ornstein, thank you for the follows. I'm glad you're enjoying the continued recreation of this base. So this storage spot here is just for shells. I'll say all Malad for right now. Cool. There's an incendiary shell inside this one. It seemed very unlikely that I'm going to use an incendiary shell, so I'll go ahead and unload that one. Pop. I'll put a high explosive in it instead once we have those closer by. Loner is passing by named Black Noir. Hello, Black Noir. Very glad no proximity there. Super grateful on that. Alright, right now we're researching advanced fabrication. I do want that, but there's no particular reason to unlock this while I have no steel. So I'm actually going to turn this off for the moment, so that Kelmar goes ahead and researches down here instead. We got to turn that one back on. So far we found a plasteel node underneath the ground, which is... it's turned off so we can't see them. So there's a plasteel node down here, and a steel node over here. That's all we know about right now. If things get desperate, we will go mine here. A combat supplier! Welcome, my friends! We definitely have some weapons to sell to them. They appear to be a multi-xenotype group with some these wasters, dirt moles, mountain people, and a baseliner, whole bunch of baseliners. Unfortunately, friends. Unfortunately, friends, it is time I gotta go teach. So thank you for hanging out today. Hope you enjoyed the heck out of yourself. I'm surely enjoying this playthrough. Tomorrow, probably more of it. Maybe Victoria 3. No guarantees. What is the guarantee, though, is I will be here. I'll be hanging out with you. It'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully enjoyed yourself today. I do appreciate your kind company and everything else. I'm really happy this colony was saved. When we started today, I said, that's the end of that. No more Kelmar mission. Instead, though, we've enjoyed some Kelmar time. I've enjoyed your presence. Thank you. Goodbye. See you later. Time to teach.